Alright y'all, here's how you change your alternator on a 2008 Silverado with the 4.8. So first you're going to disconnect your battery terminals. It's a 10 mil. You're going to want to disconnect the negative first, then the positive. I just take mine and the ground, I just fold it over and down the side of the battery like that. The positive we're going to move back this way and just let it hang. Just like so. Just kind of let it dangle there. Then you're going to want to grab a 15 size socket, I believe if I remember correctly. Put it on this tensioner and you're going to apply pressure downwards. So like I said, take your 15 size and you apply pressure downwards, which I might need 2 hands for this. But you apply pressure downwards and your belt should come off. Well, it's supposed to be easier if you have 2 hands, but there you go. Try not to get your ratchet stuck like me. Okay. Alright, here we go. We're going to try this again. Like I was saying, you use a 15 on the tensioner here. Apply pressure downwards and do your best to pull this off. Let your ratchet up slowly and should be able to pull right off if you're careful enough. It's easier with 2 hands like I've said, but you just do that, your whole belt should come right off. What you're going to want to do is, or at least what I like to do, is go along my whole belt and inspect it just to make sure my belt's not going to go out anytime soon. But after you take the belt off, set your belt to the side. You want to take your engine cover off. And then you take your 15 size socket and start removing ground bolts. Could be very stuck on, which is fine. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'll see y'all in a sec. Okay, so I had to hop in here for better leverage, but once you get these a little bit loose, you pull this boot back some. You take a 10 mil. It's hard to tell, but you put it on these nuts. Take the one nut off to get your wire. Honestly, I don't know enough to know what wire that is. I think that's your... Actually, I'm not going to say anything because I don't want to be quoted here. But once you get this off, wow, I'm struggling. All right, you may need a wrench for that if you don't have a deep enough socket, which might be the case here. I'm probably going to cut a lot of this out. All right. Otherwise, or also, you want to take this clip off, which you should just pull this little clip back and it should come right out. Should, in theory, yep, pop out just like that. Just set them to the side for now. I'll see y'all when I get that off. Once you get it unbolted, you start slowly doing it by hand. I'm keeping my old hardware because I'm not sure if the new alternator is going to come with the new stuff. And yes, I know this looks like a new one, but it's already failed me. I don't know why I jumped there. There's no power. So you set him to the side. You start working to get these out now, which they are going to be a bit of a bugger. You may need a slight like mallet hammer to tap your alternator out if it's been in there for a hot minute. But once you finish unscrewing, I've just been setting the old hardware in my little toolbox here. So I'm gonna do that with a nut also. Check to make sure you're not missing anything that's not disconnected. Everything looks disconnected. So my alternator should come right out. So for better leverage, I've got a crowbar here. Yep, alternator's coming. My poor fender. Alternator should come right out now. Should. Big old air quotes there, right guys? your alternator should, in theory, come straight out now. Yep, just like that. Set the crowbar down, and there's your alternator. So I will see y'all in a sec when I get the new one. So here's my new alternator. I had a warranty on the old one from AutoZone, so I really appreciate AutoZone for hooking me up and staying true with their warranty plan. Let's go ahead and get the tag off here, get ready to toss this one on in here. It's the exact same fit, did come with the new nut on the end, which is awesome, but I don't know if I can actually get it off. I may need my wrench to actually get that off, but it should be a direct placement and fitting it. So you're gonna want to pick it up and try to, it's easier to do with two hands, because one hand is extremely hard. You may have to get a hammer or something just to, you know, hit it on in there. So let me grab a hammer and I'll be right back. Here's a rubber mallet, should do the trick. So we'll just tap, tap, tap. Okay, maybe it won't. Oh yeah, it does. Slowly but surely. But before long, the holes and stuff should start lining up. So you should just about be able to start putting your old hardware back in. I said just about. Hey, mine needs to be shifted over a bit. Sorry for the camera angle, but you kind of do with what you've got these days, I guess. So you're going to want a different camera or a different angle with your alternator. So I'm going to try to do that, I think. Is this the right way to do it? Absolutely not. But this is how to do it on your own. Because I'm not paying a bunch of money for a shop to do my own alternator when I can easily do it myself. You just kind of go back and forth here to line up your bolts the best you can, which gets so annoying. All right, I'll see y'all when it's lined up. So once you start getting those in, start threading them in by hand to make it easier. And then you'll use your 15 to tighten them. So like I said, use your size 15. Start hand tightening to however you feel is tight enough, I guess. I mean, just don't overdo it because you don't want to break your bolt off. That would be a nightmare, but just get them real tight. So once that's done, you take your cable you had before, hook it on up there, get your nut, start threading it on, like so, I think. Oh man, I wish my cameraman was here. So you start threading it on like so, take your wrench, get rid of whatever you had on it, the 15, take a 10 mil. How am I gonna take your 10 mil, set it back on here, they're nice and flush, start tightening. Don't over tighten it again, because that means you have to get a new alternator. You just want it nice and snug. Once that's done, you cover the nuts back up with the boot. Let's see, after that, you take your wire where mine is right here, I think. Yep. Well, shoot. Pretty much don't get in the predicament like I am. One sec. With your plug, make sure it still looks clean. The inside one should be clean. Plug it right back into, you hear it click. It's kind of hard to hear it. So all that's done. Now what's left to do is put the belt on in the exact same way as you put it on. You put a 15 on this pulley here, push down, slide your belt over everything, which I'm gonna do off camera because it's gonna be terrible while holding the camera. All right, once you got your belt on, take your size 10, and you're gonna wanna put your battery terminals back on and tighten them down. if you decided to leave some stuff in your engine bay, take it out, because now it's time to start it up and test our new alternator. Now, some vehicles have a voltage gauge. I installed one myself. We're gonna make sure it still works, or that it at least works better now. It's already better. Oh, my alternator doesn't squeal anymore. Truck actually sounds like a good truck. No battery lights. Last step, you come out, you take your engine trim and you slide it back on. You should have 2 clips that slides on the back. Once you get it on, there you go. You have changed an alternator. See y'all next time.